first thing is we've just changed our logo. So do look at the International Webinar Vet site, and that logo will also be coming on the Webinar Vet site in January. So I had the idea of setting up the first ever virtual CPD Congress, veterinary CPD Congress in the UK, and we've set that up for the 12th of January, and it will be running from 9:30 till 4:30 at Greenwich Mean Time. So obviously if you're in Europe or elsewhere in the world, you would have to change that time. It's organised and hosted by the Webinar Vet, and we're having 2 live streams and 1 recorded stream. The recorded stream is basically webinars that we've had in the last year or two on the Webinar Vet, and we wanted to put those on for you so you had a chance to look at them. So in total there will be 18 hours of CPD. Now, unlike with live conferences that you might go to, all of these are recorded as video and audio, and for the price of the ticket that you pay, you will have the ability, lifetime ability, to go back to the site and look at the webinars that you've missed on the subjects that you didn't get a chance to see. So we have 6 streams. The first 4 streams are live: endocrinology, diagnostic imaging, cardiology, and feline internal medicine. And then there will be a recorded stream of dermatology and practice management. Very fortunate to have some fantastic speakers. Ian Ramsey and Gerard McLaughlin are both based up at the University of Glasgow, and we've got Jane Armstrong from the University of Minnesota and Sherry Ross from the University of San Diego. Mike Heritage is professor at Cambridge University. Hannah Stevenson, cardiologist at Liverpool University, and Melanie Hessel is a cardiologist at Penn State University. You all know me, I'm doing a bit of dermatology, and Alan Robinson is our practice management guru who organises our practice management series. He's done some fantastic webinars over the last couple of years, so there's a few of those that will be repeated. Obviously, if you're a Platinum member, you can see those at any time, but the other 4 streams are new material which will not be automatically put onto the Webinar Vet membership site. So this is something, separate from your normal membership. So Ian and Gerard will be in a very case-based orientated and interactive way talking about polyuria polydipsia, metabolic collapse, unstable diabetics, and endocrine alopecia. So you already know all about that, having listened to Stephen's fantastic presentation, but you'll just be able to show how clever you are by telling them all the right answers. Jane and Sherry, Jane will be talking about feline cholangitis. Sherry will be talking about feline urolithiasis, and then they will both be doing some challenging cat cases and questions and answer sessions. And I know we've got a few cat specialists on the line today, or people vets who are very interested in cats, so that will be a good stream for you to watch. But I certainly hope that the endocrinology will also have some cat cases within it as well. Mike Heritage will be doing radiography of the chest, fantastic digital x-rays up close and personal on your computer, looking particularly at pulmonary patterns, cardiac disease, and pleural disease as well. And then there is a lunch break. In the afternoon, Hannah and Melanie will be talking about rational use of cardiac medications. Melanie did her PhD on cardiac biomarkers. I'm really looking forward to a fantastic presentation from her. And then they will close up by going over some case-based cardiology. The recorded streams, I did how to do a dermatology workup, looking at atopy, what works and what doesn't as far as treatment goes, and then again some case studies. And Alan Robinson will be talking about what makes a good vet. That was an excellent webinar from earlier on this year. Pricing for profit. And John Sheridan, who again is a real guru, real hero of mine, he talks about it's all in the numbers. So for people who maybe have a practice, who want to learn how to manage the practice better, then that's well worth going to see. Again, if you are buying the whole conference, you'll have the ability to go back and see them at any time. So winter months can be cold and uncomfortable, so this is a great time, I think, to do the conference. All of the streams can be accessed after the Congress, so this allows you to look at stuff that you haven't had a chance to look at, but also will hopefully act as a reference aid for you for the coming months and years ahead. Unfortunately, I've left that up deliberately. You have all missed out on the conference goodie bags. You've been too slow to register. We're sending close to a couple of hundred of those out, so people will be able to enjoy tea and coffee during the webinar. You have to look after your own lunch. For those of you who maybe aren't as familiar with our work, we've now been doing this for close to 3 years. One of the reasons we're doing the webinar virtual congress is because it's getting close to our 3rd birthday, and here are some of the testimonials that we've had. If you go on to the Webinar Vet site, you will see more. If you are on LinkedIn, I would ask you to search me out on LinkedIn and make a connection with me. And if you want to, if you're happy with the stuff that we do, leave a testimonial. But you will see many testimonials on there as well, just from people who've really appreciated what we've done. We've tried to make veterinary education easy. One of the missions for the Webinar Vet is to make veterinary education accessible and affordable to vets worldwide. I know that we're very, very fortunate in the UK to have such a fantastic standard of veterinary medicine, and we want to export that out using our technology to vets all over the world. So if you are calling from somewhere else in the world, I would actually ask you to contact me, because what we're hoping to do is to make it possible for vets to come on, from other countries where perhaps, your salaries aren't quite as good as ours. So do come in and look at that as well. Oh, there you go. Somebody's just made a connection on LinkedIn, so thank you for that. So the Webinar Vet Virtual Congress ticket, that's for the 18 hours of CPD, is £97 plus VAT. What I'm also going to do for those people who sign up for the Congress before Christmas Eve at noontime, so Monday noontime, I'm also going to send you, Stephen and I were at the World Congress in Vancouver in July, and I did a webinar which had tips of things that I'd learned from the dermatology conference. We've stuck that onto a CD. David Bartram from the Veterinary Benevolent Fund also did a fantastic webinar on the science of happiness. Nothing in a sense to do with clinical veterinary medicine, but just helping us to get a better mindset, because there is obviously a problem of depression within the veterinary profession. So that was David and my offering to try and make everybody more happy. I thought that was a fantastic webinar. Again, available as a CD. We will send that out to you. We are in the 2nd week of January having an international webinar week. On Monday, we're doing a webinar on sheep. On Tuesday, we're doing a webinar on horses. On Wednesday, we're doing a webinar on cattle. Thursday, we're going to have a small animal webinar that we will have as a recording that we will show to you. And then on the Saturday is the actual conference itself, which I've just told you about. For those of you who sign up before Christmas Eve, you get all of those things before the midday on Christmas Eve. But you will also, those of you who aren't Platinum members of the Webinar Vet, will get a recording of today's webinar so that you can go over that at your leisure. I do appreciate you taking time out so close to Christmas to come on this, so we will also offer you that as well. That's valued at £277, but we are offering the tickets just for the 97 plus VAT. So the other things are added bonuses, which I'm giving to you for taking action and signing up before Christmas Eve at midday. If you are under 3 years qualified, then we will discount those tickets to £47 plus VAT. And if you are a Platinum member, obviously most of those discounts you don't need because you will get those anyway. Uh, those added bonuses, I should say, we're going to discount that to £37 plus VAT. And you can purchase, just go to the internationalwebinarvet.com. That's the internationalwebinarvet.com. Go to the bottom of the page and you will get, you'll be able to click on either the £37 if you're a platinum member or the 97 if you're not. I would say that's available until the 24th of December. We will post the CDs in the new year because by that stage, Wendy will be on her third or fourth bottle of champagne, I'm sure. You don't drink, do you really? I'm just making
No, I
that up.
don't.
Maybe I'll be on my third or no, I don't. Well, I don't. I drink a bit, but not 3 or 4 bottles. The link to the new graduate discounted tickets is the internationalwebinarvet.com/new grad. If some of you are wanting to, look at the platinum membership, then obviously go to the webinarvet.com/membership. If you are a platinum member, we're also giving you 5 vouchers, so you can give those to friends who aren't platinum members, so they can also have the tickets at £37. So if you know somebody who's a platinum member, try and grab them and try and get their one of their vouchers off them. So that's it. Go to the internationalwebinarvet.com.